Namaskaram. Srimati Ramanujaya Namaha. Adiyan Ramya from Sydney Andal Group. On behalf of Sagi, I extend a warm welcome to everyone who is attending this online Thiruppavai Upanyasam. We are very blessed to have Sri Uve A.S. Rajagopalan Swami, founder of Prapatti.com and a respected scholar in our Sri Vaishnava Sampradayam. Swami has received Pancha Samskaram under the 44th Pattam Alagi Singer, Mukkur Alagi Singer and has received Prapatti under 45th Pattam Villivalam Alagi Singer. He has learnt Sampradaya Vishayams under eminent scholars and acharyas including Sri Uve Kasturi Iyengar, Sri Uve Kanchipuram Sridhara Tathachar, His Holiness Thirukudande Andavan Swami, Sri Uve M.S. Rajagopalachar and Sri Uve Madurai Veeraragavachar. Residing in the US for more than 50 years, Swami has authored numerous writings and delivered many lectures in English, focusing on our Sampradayam. His core mission is to guide the devotees towards Sharanagati under a qualified Sadacharya to live as a Uttama Prapanna. This Margali, Swami will bless us with a daily Thiruppavai Upanyasams, and we are also delighted to have our Sagi members and kids participate in Pasaram chanting and singing as a Pamale Kainkaryam, offering the devotion as a family each day. Let us come together and enjoy the nectarine of Thiruppavai this Margali. Thank you.
यस्या भवद्भक्तजनातिहन्तुः बुद्धिर्मन्येष विचार्यदूर्णं स्तम्भे वदारस्तमनन्यलभ्यं लक्ष्मीनृसिंहं शरणं प्रपद्ये. श्रीमते श्रीलक्ष्मीनृसिंह परब्रह्मणे नमः. अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. अस्मत्सर्वगुरुभ्यो नमः. अस्मत्परमगुरुभ्यो नमः. प्रपत्ये निरवत्यानां निषद्यां गुणसम्पदां शरणं भवभीदानां षडगोपमुनीश्वरं. श्रीमते श्री आदिवन् षडगोपेन्द्रमहादेशिकाय नमः. श्रीमते शिवन् षडगोप श्री वेदान्तदेशिकेन्द्रमहादेशिकाय नमः. श्रीमते श्री लक्ष्मीनृसिंहदिव्यपादुका सेवक शिवन् षडगोप श्री नारायण यतीन्द्रमहादेशिकाय नमः. श्रीमते शिवन् षडगोप श्री रंगनाथ यतीन्द्रमहादेशिकाय नमः. श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्य कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि. नीलातुङ्गस्तनगिरितटी शुद्धमुद्बोध्य कृष्णं पारात्यं स्वं श्रुतिसदशिरस् सिद्धमध्यापयन्ति. सोच्छिष्टायां सृजिनिगलितं या बलात्कृतभुङ्क्ते गोदा तस्यै नम इदमिदं भूय एवास्तु भूयः. அன்னவயல் புதுவை ஆண்டாள் அரங்கற்கு பண்ண திருப்பாவை பல்பதிகம் இனிசையால் பாடிக் கொடுத்தாள் நற்பாமாலை பூமாலை சூடிக் கொடுத்தாளைச் சொல்லு. சூடிக் கொடுத்த சுடர்கொடியே தொல்பாவை பாடி அருளவல்ல பல்வளையாய். நாடினி வெங்கடவர்க்கென்னை விதி என்னை இம்மாற்றம் நாம் கடவா வண்ணமே நல்கு. ஆண்டாள் திருவடிகளே சரணம். எம்பெருமானார் திருவடிகளே சரணம். சிரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் திருவடிகளே சரணம். Shriyapadi Sriman Narayana's infinite blessings, Acharya's Paripurna Kadaksham. Today we are starting the Thiruppavai lecture. Adiyan's heartfelt thanks to the organizers, Sydney, Australia Andal Group, who gave Adiyan this opportunity in 2025. Adiyan's lecture will be in English and it will be as simple as possible, mixed with acronyms, metaphors, similes and jokes. It's a very casual, not much with paribhashai or technical words. Like you and me sitting down across the dining table or next in the couch and discussing. Instead of talking about weather and politics, we are talking about Bhagavan. First, what is the purpose of this 30-day lecture series? One, to get an understanding of Andal, Thiruppavai, and Sri Vaishnava Sampradayam. Second, more than the simple word by word external meaning, understand the Swabadesam, that is the inner meaning. And most importantly, the core of this lecture is to show how the Prabhati Shastram is completely integrated in every pasuram, every line, and every aksharam in Thiruppavai. So what is Prabhati? Simply it is total unconditional surrender to Lord Sriman Narayana for attaining the moksha. In a nutshell, our topic is going to be Thiruppavai and Prabhati. So what is the structure we're going to talk this one? There will be 32 lectures. First one today, we're going to give the introduction. Who is Andal? Why she is so special? Avadhara Karanam. Why she came to earth? Why Thiruppavai was composed? And the importance of the month Margali, Dhanurmasam, etc. In the second lecture, we will enjoy the Thaniyans. And then for the following 30 episodes, we will analyze each pasuram. So totally there would be 32 lectures. Let's dig into the subject now. This month is called Margali in Tamil, Dhanurmasam, Chapamasam in Sanskrit, Sagittarius in the zodiac system in English. Approximately from December 15th to January 15th. Out of the 12 months we have, Margali is very special. Why? Lord Krishna himself told in Bhagavad Gita, Masanam Margasirushoham. Among all the month, I am the Margali. Dhanurmasa is called as a Brahma Muhurta for the Devas. Devas who are celestial people. In Devas calendar, one human year equals to 1 day for them. So the Deva day is split into two halves, Uttarayanam and Dakshinayanam. Uttarayanam is a Deva's daytime, 6 human months. Dakshinayam is Deva's nighttime, 6 human months. So Uttarayanam begins with the Tamil month called Thaimasam, Makaramasam. You might remember the Uttarayana Punyagalam, we do the Magara Sankaranti, Pongal festival. That is the dawn, that is a sunrise for the Devas. Makara month is Thai, is a sunrise 1 month before, just before the sunrise. What do you call that one? The twilight zone, slight illumination. That month is Margali. That is the time just before the sunrise. That is we call as the Brahma Muhurta. Therefore, Margali is most auspicious for the devotion Brahma Muhurtam. Hey, kala end padatha padida. That's what we say. Because when you study in the morning, everything is retained. Because we get only Sattva Buddhi. Nobody wakes up with the all anger and everything. So in the morning, there's a peaceful time in the Brahma Muhurtam. That is where we have to engage in the divine activities. That's what's called Brahma Muhurta. So this month is wholly, exclusively reserved for divine purposes. Somebody call is a Shunya Masam. Shunya Masam means we cannot do any worldly function such as wedding, Ubanayanam, all those kinds of things are avoided. If you can avoid them, they can do it this month. Prayers, puja, worship, recitation, all this pure divine contemplation is performed during this. Andal's Avadhara Karanam, the reason behind Andal's birth. Andal is called Sakshat Avadaram of Bhumi Prati, who is the divine consort of Sriman Narayana. Saksha Kshamam Karunaya Kamalamivanyam. Swami Desikan says in the Godastuti. Who is this Andal? Pure Avadaram of Bhudevi. And she has got unlimited compassion, just like Sri Mahalakshmi. That is what he says. So, this Bhumi Prati has to descend down to earth as Andal. Why did she do that one? If you ask, we go back to the Dashavadaram. In the Dashavadaram, Matsya Kurma Varagasya, Narasimha Vamanaha, Ramo Ramasya, Krishnasya Kalki Janardhana. Out of 10 avatarams, the third one is Varaha Avadaram. Bhagavan Sriman Narayana took that avadaram and killed the Asura Hiranyakshan. Hiranyakshan is the elder brother, Hiranyakashipu is the younger brother. Hiranyakashipu we know from the Prahlada Charidam and Narasimha Avadaram. Hiranyakshan, he took Bhumi Prati and go and immersed all the way at the bottom of the ocean. So Bhagavan took Varaga Avadaram without having any ego about himself. He took such a very lowly form, went all the way under the ocean and rescued the Bhumi Prati and killed the Hiranyakshan. This is a story everybody knows in the Vamana Avadaram. The narration is told in so many places. When the purpose of the Varaga Avadaram is finished, accomplished, Bhumi Prati was safely rescued, still she had a long face, some sort of sadness. Bhagavan is asking, why? My dear, why you are still sad? She said, oh Lord, you saved me today, but I am worried and restless about our children down in the Leela Vibhudi. When are you going to rescue them from the ocean of the samsaram? Release them from the bondage of the continuous birth and death cycle. Lord Varaha took her, put on his lap, hugged her, and with a smile, he gave the sloka. Sthide manasi susvaste, sarire sadiyo naraha, dadu samye sthide smarda, visuruvanjamamajam, tadastam riyamanam tu, kashta pashana sannibam, agam smarami madbhaktam, nayami paramam gadim. In that sloka, the Bhagavan is saying, oh Bhumi Prati, the whole universe is my body, Shariram. I don't have any birth. I am birthless. When anyone with a Mahaviswasam, unshakable faith, surrenders to me, Sthide Manasi Susvaste, while they are in a state of good health and body and mind, everything is functional, and reach me and think me, Viswarubam Chamam Ajam, I am everywhere. I don't have any birth. Sarvadharan, root cause for everything. Niyanta, one who commands from inside. Sarvaseshi, the ultimate boss. Astraniyan, one who can go and take the refuge. Sarvavyaptan is all pervasive. Thinking all of them, if one time, if it does the Sharanagati to me, later one day, when they become old and totally unconscious, lay down like a piece of wood or a stone, final days before death, they cannot think. That's okay. But I think of them in their last moment. Agam smarami madbhaktam, nayami paramam gadin. Appode kippode solli veithen, Periyar says later. I remember them and lead them to the Archiradi Margam and take them to my abode, Paramapadam, Sri Vaikuntham, and bless them with Ananta Kainkaryam, eternal service to the Lord with brimming joy. Hearing this assuring words, promise from the Bhagavan himself, Bhumi Prati was very pleased. And she was waiting for the right moment, right opportunity to reveal all these things to the Varagacharama Sloka, to all the living things. There are 3 Charama Slokas are there. Varagacharama Slokam, which we recited now, Ramacharama Slokam, and then Krishna Charama Slokam. Out of these 3, Varagacharama Slokam is the original. Rama and Krishna are copycats. They did the copying later. During the Kali Yuga, Bhumi Prati descended down to earth as Andal, and she preached what Lord Varaha has told her, the secret to the liberation from the bondage. All these things starts with Tattva, Hida, Purushartham, reality, root and rewards. the 3 R's, reading, writing, and arithmetic. Here, reality, root, and rewards, Tattva Hida Purushartham. So, Andal's Thiruppavai you can equal to medicine to cure the samsaram, the way to get rid of the birth and death cycle. It is not just an ordinary verse inviting her maiden friends to wake up and come for the bath. That is very external, outward meaning. But it's a treasure, have all the Vedarthams. Next, we look at the birth of Thiruppavai. We saw the reason why Andal's birth. Now, we see how this Prabandham was born. Andal sang this Thiruppavai in the manner like a Vradam. Vradam means a completely dedicated vow. Close your eyes for a few seconds and imagine we are all transported back to the days of Lord Krishna at Ayarpadi. Krishna is a very adorable, mischievous child. Everyone, young, old, always mesmerized with Krishna's beauty and actions, especially little gopikas, little cowherd girls. The girls were longing to be with Krishna all the time, never want to be separated from him. But the parents condemn the little girls. They want, you're all outgrown girls. You are not children anymore. Time for you to do the household chores and stay inside and stay away from Krishna. That is what they were advising. Rather than playing and wasting your time with Krishna, come and do the household work. These gopikas were arrested and put inside their home. Of course, they are very sad and did not like that. They cannot give up on Krishna. Their love towards Krishna is very intense and intimate. So they come up with a nice plot. At that time, the whole Gokulam was stuck with a drought and famine. No rain for months, and the crops were all dying. Cows and calves become weak. No green grass for grazing. So it was a durbiksham, that is what there. So it is not in a good state at that time. So the elders of the town, they wanted these young girls to go and do the nombu, that is the vradam, to requesting for the rain to pour down. Gopikas told the elders, they know how to bring the rain. All they had to do the vradam in the name of Katyayini Devi Vradam, we will go and do that one. That will bring the downpour. And the little Gopikastris started doing the Vradam for the sake of the town. 1 month the puja was going on. Katyayini Vradam requires lot of discipline. What one should do, what one should refrain from. These girls get up early in the morning, go to the Yamuna river for bath. They on the wet sand, they make the bimbam of the Katyayini, apply sandal paste, offer flowers and everything, and holding everybody's hand. But they were all praising Lord Krishna. The motive for the Vradam, to bring the rain. No. The internal motive for them is to achieve Krishna and get Krishna as their husband. That is why they were doing the Vradam. The ulterior motive is to be united with Krishna. The Vradam is a vyajam, is a simple excuse, shaku. So then what they have proposed as restrictions, we said. What are the restrictions? They had to be refrained from certain actions, like sacrificing the simple enjoyments of the daily luxuries, giving up the consumption of dairy products, milk, butter, ghee, you had to give them up. Refrain from flowers, eyeliners, and other makeup, self-decoration. And the Vradam demands to do certain activities, like taking bath in the early morning. So these are the things. These cowherd girls never heard about a morning shower. And our Purvacharya says, when they take the shower for the head, they forget about the body. They take a shower for the body, they forget about the head. They don't even understand the head and the body are together. Idakkai valakkai ariyade idaichiyar. That's what they say. So these actions, what they do, they develop vairagyam, steadfastness, dedication, determination, commitment, persistence, endurance, focus. Now Andal was brought up by Periyalvar, Vishnuchittar, heard about Krishna. She was mesmerized with extreme love of the Lord. She determined only to marry Krishna. Now our imagination went wild. Our Andal spontaneously transported back to higher body, to those days, in a time machine. The days of Lord Sri Krishna in higher body, she also wants to do the same vradam. But Andal has never mentioned the Katyayini. Everything is only Krishna. Her imagination, Srivilliputturu, is higher body. The local Vadabhatra Sai, local deity, is Lord Krishna. All her friends in Srivilliputturu are the Gopikas. The local river next to her town, she considers Yamuna. So she assumed the role of a cowherd girl and started pouring down the divine Thiruppavai Pasurams. Pure, heartfelt expression as a little cowherd girl. A little innocent girl who could not stand the separation from the Lord Krishna. The structure of Thiruppavai, next one. Thiruppavai means two words, Thiru and Pavai. Thiru is equivalent to Shri. That is the translation, approximate translation in Tamil. Shri means Shri Mahalakshmi. And many times Shri is used as an adjective for the auspicious things. Pavai means girls or Nombu, Vradam. So Thiruppavai means auspicious girls or auspicious Vradam. That is one meaning. It has got 30 pasurams or verses. The word pasuram, pa means a poetic verse. Venba, Kalipa, we say that one. Swaram means swaram. Swaram is the music. Pasura means a musical verse. Andal assumed the role of a Gopika and sang 29 pasurams. All of them ends with El or Yam Pavai. It means, oh my dear friend. That is what it means. That's how it ends. And I will explain the rituals associated with the Nombu. Plus, please understand and follow them. That is what she is saying. El or Empavai. Andal says, I will explain how to do the Vradam and everything. My dear girlfriends, please come along with me. That is what she says. The last Pasuram, 30th, she returns back to herself as the daughter of Periyalvar, completely by telling the Palan. The whole Prabandham is completed, telling the Palan, reverse, Palashruti. Last Pasuram is Mudrai Pasuram and Palashruti Pasuram. Is the signature. The greatness of the Thiruppavai, when evaluating any book, one has to look into Vaktru Vailakshanyam, Prabandha Vailakshanyam, Vishaya Vailakshanyam. Let's ignore the Sanskrit words. We call it simply ABC in English. When you look at this, you have to look author, beauty, content. These are the three we should be looking at that. All the three are amazingly great with this Thiruppavai. First, the author. Who is the author? Goda Pirati. None other than the avadaram of Bhumi Pirati, daughter of the great Kalpasutra Vyakhyada Periyalvar, who did the Paradattva Nirnayam, who sang the Tirupalland and did the Mangala Sasanam for the Bhagavan, his daughter and his disciple. So, such a magnificent record she has got, Goda Pirati. Second one, the beauty, the greatness of this book. It is simple with only 30 verses. Not too short like Amalanadabiran, or not too huge like Thiruvaimozhi. The style, tone, rhyme, words, grammar, structure, flow, rhythm, all of them are so unique, so sweet, and so superb. You can sing the Pasuram, any Pasuram in any raga. You can connect with any Sampradaya Vishayam. Look, Thiruppavai Upanyasam being told everywhere for the past hundreds of years. Still, When you go to a Upanyasam, you always hear something new. They always invented something, some new connection with that one. You cannot say that one to any other Prabandham. So Thiruppavai is among all the Prabandham is a jewel. Finally, the contents, when you look at that. What does Thiruppavai says? The message conveyed here is only about Sriman Narayana and how to attain him. The way to moksham, which is actually the essence of all the Vedas. The highest pramanam, Vedas tell how do you achieve permanent happiness, eternal happiness. That's only in moksham. That is what told in Thiruppavai. Vedam anethukkum vittagum. That is what it's been told for Thiruppavai. When we go through the 30 pasurams in the next few days, remember and link the words which appear as simple word by word translation. Not like that one, but intricate moksha sadhanam. Tools to attain emancipation. Bhagavan Krishna descended down and he did the avadaram and gave the Gita Upanishad. It is too complex, convoluted, 800 plus slokas and repeating several things again and again. He could not take all the people to the moksham. But actually, Andal who came, she showed the Bhagavan and she is achieving all of them. Andal is the Acharya, Andal is the Alvar. She showed Krishna is great. Go and Krishna told, surrender to my feet. Nobody listened to him. Andal came and told, Krishna is great, surrender to his feet. Immediately everybody goes. So Andal is the Acharya who is teaching for us, the people who are all weak souls. We don't have any kind of capabilities. Even for us, we can go to the moksham. That is what she is teaching here. Kavidharkika Simmaya Kalyana Gunashaline Srimade Venkadesaya Vedanta Gurave Namaha Srimade Nagamanta Mahadeshigaya Namaha Andal Tiruvadigalai Sharanam.